Hello all and welcome back. You're with Ruckus for another Blitz gameplay walkthrough. Talking tactics on Desert Sands today, but first up the World of Tanks Assistant app. You can see it there. It's a massive resource for the PC version of the game. Those are my old stats for PC. It's huge. You can see individual tank stats, full game stats. There's a Tankopedia, all your medals. You can compare your scores with anyone else's on the server. It's an amazing resource, but you might be asking, why does this matter? We play Blitz. Well, I sent an inquiry off to the Wargaming team asking whether there was a plan to incorporate the Blitz stats into this, and they sent me back saying it is in future and stay tuned. So really looking forward to that. It'll be a welcome addition to the game and bodes well for things like clan wars and that kind of thing in future. Desert Sands is one of my favourite maps. It's got a good mix of town combat and some open ground on one side for flanking. I'm in the T62A for this match, and I have here a fellow tier 10 medium in the pattern whose name I cannot pronounce. And we're up against at least one tier 10 medium on the other team. With that strength, we figure we can rush forward to this first spotting position in the midsection and just see what we're up against. I wouldn't recommend pushing past this point unless you've got a team with overwhelming strength on this side. A lot of teams will YOLO and you don't want to get caught in the middle there. So doing a bit of spotting here, there's nothing to see yet. The enemy medium hasn't shown himself, so push forward a bit more to see if I can spot targets on that far hill. And here we go. Two IS-7s and a Jag Tiger. That's already more than we can handle. Dark Knight's in town in the IS-7, he's seen the opportunity and is pushing forward, but I call a strategic retreat. And to my immense surprise, the pattern driver here has also recognised the futility of trying to hold that position against all this team. It is their entire team rushing down one side, so we are bugging out. There's no positions here we can hope to hold. They're just going to swarm over us, so the pattern's going to head into town where the buildings will slow down the enemy's attack and split them from one another. But I'm going to try and stay out here. I don't want to give up this side of the map so easily. All their IS-7s have rushed to the front of the pack. All the strength is in that first wave. And here is my target at the back. He's been left behind, that poor ISU. Not fast enough to keep up. And this is exactly the kind of target you want to be chasing down in your fast mediums. So I charge straight at him until the last moment, dodge the incoming round, and I'm in behind him. Now while this is going on, the rest of the team is sitting on the cap point. It's climbing steadily towards 70%. And this forces those IS-7s to break away from the main pack to do a reset. As they go onto the rail pass there, they open themselves up to fire from guys on the cap and Dark Knight. And that's the end of them. And from here on in, it's pretty much just a case of wrapping up the resistance. I don't do a great deal of damage in this one, but it was interesting the way that me and the pattern were forced to adapt our strategy there in reaction to the massive attack coming through the flank. So across this hill, looking for the Jag Tiger. I actually thought they were on the far side of this hill, but they were all the way in town. Get a transmission fire there. Yeah, looking for the killing blow.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
The pattern is in town, wrapping up that T62A and the IS-3. Well played to him. That's a wrap. Affirmatives all around. So nothing super exciting there in the post-game stats. The pattern came away with the bulk of the damage and XP. Had a good game. 7 from 9 shots fired. Just a quick one, only 3.5 minutes. And 30,000 credits. So here we are again, this time in the E75. My platoon mate Yoshi is in the M46 pattern, and it's a tier 10 match. Yoshi obviously starting out in the mediums position, and that is the direction I'll head to. I find that 90% of my games on desert sands I'll end out over on that side of the map, so long as I'm in the tank with a half decent turn of speed. Mediums are pushing forward. The hill directly in front of me is quite a good defensive position if you make it to here and decide that your team doesn't have the strength to push. You can hold guys coming over that front ridge and avoid fire from tank destroyers and other guys on the far left there. But in this case, no opposition. Mediums are pushed all the way forward to the enemy medium spawn before making contact with the T95. Which means I am clear to cut across the middle of the field here, save myself some time. There's really no sense in everyone attacking from the same angle, especially when you see what kind of opposition we come up against. T95 is just the beginning. So the mediums definitely aren't going anywhere from there. Find the E100s come around as well, and if I can just get to this corner of the embankment, I'll be able to get into a side scraping position and start putting fire on these guys. A little bit of a poke around to begin with. Get that T95 commander's hatch, and now I start side scraping. Behind me the T62A is not taking cover properly. He's going to drop out in a sec, and then it'll just be Yoshi hold down up the back there that's stopping these guys from all swarming around at me. No shot there on Chinese Mayo's E100. He's looking like he's going to side scrape as well, but then he turns his turret, get a shot off. Lower plate if I can reach it. Not quite. And then the IS-7 comes around wide enough to get a side shot on. He's got the adrenaline on. I thought he was going to come around, then he backs off. And I can once again side scrape out. Lower plate. E100 wants a crack. He doesn't have much of a shot there. HE goes into the embankment. Another lower plate shot. So whenever I feel threatened, I can just drive into the embankment here. It gives them only the smallest of targets around my gun mantlet and the commander's hatch on top. The side armor on the E75 is fantastic if you can present it at a sharp enough angle, like I'm doing to that IS-7 there. He's got no shot. He now tries to hit the commander's hatch, but that's a small target from the distance he is. Swap to APCR, hoping to get that top left plate, but pulls high, and I hit a sharp angle on that diamond-shaped plate under his gun. T95's come around. He looking for a weak spot. You can see his gun tracking me. Does land a shot somewhere on my turret. I get a return shot on that commander's cupola, which is the best spot to shoot a T95 if you're up close. And the M103 removes the IS-7 and then does his best to get in my way. Take a snapshot at the E100 to finish things off. Quite a good little battle there to show off the strengths of the armor in the E75. Yoshi wasn't able to do much from where he was, but he was definitely instrumental in keeping me alive. And so concludes another episode. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one.